Greetings and welcome, everyone. It's All You Can Geek Moviecast, episode 614. I'm one of your hosts, Jim Gass, joined by Mike Sneedy,
What's up?
Corey Feinside,
Time to make the fucking chimichangas. Or chongas. Damn it, I screwed it up.
No.
and Tony Korkanakis, or should I call him Weapon X?
Sure. Take it.
Welcome, guys. Welcome, listeners and viewers, to 614 of the Moviecast.
Yeah.
We are live on Twitch starting Tuesday nights. Please join us. Wednesdays, we are following the video stream over to the YouTube channel. I do apologize for the last two streams. My audio was a little low, but I found the problem and it is fixed. So please join us again on the YouTube. Although Tuesday nights, the stream was fine, so you could watch us live, and it would have been good. Just so you know.
Stream's good. The live version.
The recording device negative reduced my audio for some stupid reason. Fixed it. We're good now. Welcome, guys. We have a lot of fun stuff. This one, I wouldn't say a lot, but it's a lot of fun stuff to talk about. First, though, that's not fun. Before I forget to talk about it, before we get into what we've been watching, I just got to mention the box office.
Or lack
because
thereof.
or lack thereof. We always forget to mention in these few weeks. Since COVID hit, it was like we've mentioned it on and off, and now there's news about how bad it did in September. I don't have those numbers in front of me real quick here. Hang on, I got to pull these things up. But it was the worst box office.
Was over 20 million.
No, none over 20 million. Worst levels since 9/11 decimated the box of movie going. It's the first time ever. I mean, since then. So it's 21 years. We have had, it's unbelievable. Think about it this way. Because of Tenet, September of COVID box office beat this one. I believe.
Well,
if the numbers are correct,
if
I looked them up. Yeah, 2 years ago. That box office beat this one. Straight COVID pandemic. But it's there.
That is a movie.
Mm-hmm. There's been movies, and I'm not knocking any of these movies, and I said that in our chat on Discord.
I'll knock all of them.
They're not like the big blockbuster movies, and obviously you can't rely on Marvel to release a movie every few months to bring the box office
problem,
back.
Though, too, is like if you don't have a huge AAA blockbuster movie that you're spending $500 million on, it's not gonna succeed in the movie theater because it's not this big blown thing.
I'm gonna have fun with this one. I'm gonna have fun with this one real quick. I'm gonna put the blame.
Top Gun.
I'm gonna put the blame on Warner Brothers.
Sure.
Because there's releases by Disney and there's releases by the Marvel Studios, and
I think streaming service is just like really,
That's what I said last time we had this conversation. Box office is not good. You're gonna have the tentpole releases, sure, but
yeah, and like these movies that are coming out, you don't feel good spending $20.
No, I mean they're
for
fine.
To go.
I'm sure they're fine. Some of these
or
things,
a family,
but,
you're talking about like upwards of $100 if you're bringing a family to a movie, and like these movies do not warrant $100 outing.
Is it like I have to go out and see these right away? No, I don't have to see that.
I mean, that's the thing, especially with streaming. That's what it is. It's just like, I could watch this later, or this movie feels like it should be on Netflix or whatever streaming service you subscribe to.
Yeah. So I mean, we said that in the chat on Discord, and it's unfortunate, but hopefully we get a better November. I mean, end of October, November.
November you're getting.
We're getting Black Adam.
Aren't
we? October, Black Adam.
And
then we're getting Black Panther.
They're projecting that to be middling Black Adam.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it'll do better than what we're seeing now. And then of course we do get Black Panther, right? That is
and Avatar.
And do you expect Avatar really? I mean,
that's December, I think.
That's December. Yeah, that is December.
They're close to each other, but yeah.
Sure, but I do think. Yeah, there's so much to talk about with that. We'll get into Black Panther in just a second, but getting to what we've been up to, guys. So I think, Tony, you've been raving about Edgerunners, Cyberpunk, right? Yes. I mean, that has been a great series. Corey, you watched it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wanted to wait for Tony to be on so we could talk about it together.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you waited for me. But, great. So, when the project was announced, some number of years ago, I was conflicted because it was like, okay, like, and this is before the fiasco with the whole game. But it was like, it's like the brand.
Definitely was announced before the all the shit went down.
Right. So it was the brand of Cyberpunk, but one of my favorite anime studios, which is Trigger. They've done like Grand Lagan, Kill la Kill, Amare, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I was
That's
like,
a style,
I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then the game came out, and I was like, oh god, like there's conflict here, stuff like that. I was like, well, you know what, whatever. I have a Netflix subscription. I'm gonna watch it. Like it's independent of the IP, from what I read. And this is just it was really good, like amazingly good. I've been like pretty much suggesting to anybody I know that likes anime, like it's like
it's the story is top tier story, like atmosphere, theme, music. I talk about music. Like they took music from the game, and it's like they make it even more impactful here. It's like it's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm just loving that. I mean, it's short and sweet. It's 10 episodes or something like that. So it's
10 episodes,
pretty easy, clean to watch, stuff like that.
Yeah.
No filler in it. It's one of those things where, like, again, like this is my mark of like a really good series.
It's even shorter than I wanted.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what I was about to say. Like, it does that thing for me perfect, where it's like it leaves me wanting more, right? Because I don't want things that like stay around and like kind of wear out their welcome. I want something that's like, I'm like, oh damn, that's the end of it, rather than like it's like okay, like 3 more. I will say.
Yeah, and I will say, like some of those Netflix shows seem to do that on occasion. Like a lot of them I've seen have those those extra episodes that you're just like, that's fluff. But so it's good to hear.
They're like half-hour episodes or whatever they are.
Yeah, they're 25 minutes. They're 25 minutes. Yeah, I mean they're the normal length of an anime.
You're gonna blow through that in like a weekend.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, guys, like I only started episode 5, but episode 4 I was watching it. I'm like it's good. I liked it. It was good.
It's hard. 6. It's hard.
It was good. And then episode 4 happened, and I was just like, I'm kind of like, I was kind of like,
next level.
Yeah, I was kind of like looking at my phone real quick, and all of a sudden, just like, I was like, wait, what? I had to like back it up, and I'm like, that just happened, and and then I watched it. I was like, holy shit, yeah, that just went off the rails. So I can see that. I'm like, okay. But yeah, the art, I've obviously Gurren Lagann and it's Kill la Kill, which those are awesome.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, great shows. I've watched all of those as well, so I'm like, I do like the animation studio, and it's great. I mean, the music's so good too. I love the soundtrack. Like, it's just great.
I mean, I've been listening to the soundtrack too, like while I've been working and stuff like that. Just like put it on and stuff like that. I mean,
it's got such a catchy soundtrack.
Yeah, they did a fantastic job. And again, like this is the thing. I have nothing to relate it to with the game and stuff like that. But like people I have talked to are like, oh yeah, like they actually use like sound effects from the game. They'll use music, like Corey mentioned. They use
like the main theme of this show is like a song that plays on the radio in the game.
Exactly. The characters will go to like locations that are in Night City and stuff like that. So like, I was a character fan. Like it seems like I won't spoil it, but it's like apparently that's a more major character in the game. So wonderful, absolutely wonderful. Probably rewatch it soon with the dub. They got a pretty
I have to say, the dub is like I rewatched the finale dubbed, and like the voice acting is fantastic with the dub. Like,
I am watching the dub, by the way. So and I'm enjoying
Japanese,
quite a bit of it. Yeah,
I don't hear the accents. Like I don't hear people's like it's all just the same sounds. But it's just like different tones. But with like English, I can hear like the different like twang and nuance to the voices and stuff like that. And I have to say, Rebecca's character in the dub is really good. Like she's fantastic in the dub.
Yeah, it's funny because actually, CD Projekt Red initially wanted to cut that character out, and she's like the fan favorite of the whole show.
Oh yeah, she's amazing.
I think she's great. Yeah, already in the small sample in 4 episodes, I think she's great character.
Yeah,
it gets better too.
So, I know.
So, absolutely.
Well, I mean, yeah, now there's some motivation there. I'm just like, okay, wow. God, I seriously had to rewind that part. I was like, I'm trying to keep it as vague as possible. I'm like, I had to rewind. I'm like, that did not just happen. That just happened. And I'm like, no way. It was so cool.
I mean, this is awesome, and for me as a fan too, because like forgot to mention, but like last year they had done I think 2 episodes of the Star Wars Visions, which was the animation collaboration between Lucas and various Japanese here. I mean, looking good for them. Hopefully, this means even bigger successes for them and stuff like that, and hopefully we get another season. Whether it's with some of the same characters.
This season 2, right? There's already. Are they?
I don't know.
Maybe not.
I don't know.
It's Netflix. They kind of keep that tight.
We'll see.
But
following up from that, just because I've been gone for 2 weeks, the other thing is I have watched Cobra Kai season 5.
Cool.
Did any of you guys watch it, or you did?
I blitzed it like the last 3
Oh,
days. I
I did not
fucking
get to watch that. Yeah.
Such a
fucking
good
loved it.
season.
Oh
Such
my
a good
god.
season. Like, it strikes that balance where it's like the writing is like cheesy but in an enjoyable way, right? Like,
Yeah, I don't know how they balance that because I'm like, you're so ready for it to just be just ridiculous, and while it kind of is, it works.
It
Like
works.
it's like,
Absolutely right.
karate everywhere, right? I'm like, who
Yeah.
cares about
It's
karate?
like the fate of the world rests on this like high school karate tournament.
Yeah.
Like, what? Like, okay.
Yeah, like I want karate shirts everywhere on everybody in the world. I'm like,
Mhm.
all right, you got grand ambitions there, man. But
Yep. And then
no, so good. Yeah.
And then the last thing I was gonna mention, because I got a new iPhone a couple months ago, and then they were giving me like free Apple Arcade and Apple TV subscriptions for like 3 months. I was like, and they're like, "This is your last week to use it or something like that." So I was like, "Okay." I was like, you know what? It's been a while since I had it. So I was like, you know what? Let me go. And then I remember you had mentioned Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
So I blitzed through all of that in like a week. And
so good.
when season 2 ended, I was just like, okay, well, I can't wait to see what happens out. And then it's like, that's it. And I was like, wait, where's season 3? And apparently it's being made or something. But I'm like,
it's being made, but I
I'm
just
like,
read that it's the last season. I think they're doing. Yeah.
I'm like shaking my like iPad. I'm like, damn it, what the hell? Because like season 2 ended on like a, I don't want to say cliffhanger, but like, you know, characters did different things and stuff. Where I'm like really excited to see how that unfolds and stuff like that.
I gotta say,
to
man,
see Roy in the end of Ragnarok.
Oh,
It's
really?
like, it's such a... Oh,
yeah, he's in the end. Yeah.
You didn't see that yet? Sorry.
No.
All right.
I
thought you saw
no,
that
but
already.
I think that
Wait, Ragnarok?
Not Ragnarok. Love and Thunder.
I know what you meant. Love and Thunder.
Oh.
I know what you meant. Yeah.
Wait, he's in Love and Thunder?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah,
here I go, spoiling everything.
Okay.
He's in it. Yes, he is.
I don't know if I'm even gonna watch that movie now at all. So
It's
whatever.
Fine. Mike, we might spoil some shows.
It's on what's it called? Disney Plus. Right?
I know I just started noticing that it was on there recently, and I'm like, oh, okay.
I mean, heads up tonight
Roy
for
is
listeners.
The best character on that show.
Listeners and viewers tonight, just a heads up, there might be some spoilers mixed into this from some series, so kind of be on the guard for it.
Yeah.
We can't be held responsible for spoilers that we're about to get into on some of this stuff. But Ted Lasso's been out for a while, so I don't blame you on that one. I mean, how good was that?
It a bunch too.
How good was that dart scene though, Tony? The dart scene in the first season with the I mean, that was just unbelievable.
Be curious, not judgmental, man. That's like an awesome motto.
Yeah,
it's like my favorite part.
It's just funny, like hearing him like interact with these characters and stuff like that, and like kind of kill them with kindness almost for the most part, you know, obviously.
And like, it's the thing is, like, for me, it hit like real hard because when I was watching it, I was going through very similar stuff, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
But it's just like it's so rare that you have such uplifting, positive, like energy coming out of shows these days, which is what Ted Lasso is all just like. It's just positivity.
Yeah.
Even in the dark.
No,
times.
it's
like there's a lot of dark
like
in there.
And then season 2, like Tony, at season 2, you're like, you're ready for that other foot to drop, right? And it's like it stays like it goes on the edge of darkness, but it stays.
I
still
love
good
what they
still.
do with some of the characters and how like a certain character starts going gray and turns to the dark side, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And that's good. Yeah, all right, that's awesome. And Severance, if you had time, or if it ran out, it ran out. Sorry, but I have a 6-month trial I could probably give you. I can't use because I'm already a subscriber, but
well, he's a subscriber too now.
Yeah, Severance is excellent too.
Okay.
So a little slower burn though, like it's a real slow burn show, but it's like The Office meets Lost. Okay, so I also, like I mentioned, I watched Cobra Kai, and I have to say, guys, there's only one that it's so weird that Tony brought up the 2 shows I was going to talk about here, Ted Lasso and this, because in my opinion right now, this is like the best show I have seen this year. Cobra Kai is the best show I've seen this year for entertainment for me. I just loved every second of the show. I found myself staying. This is, for me, this is weird because I was up to like 1 o'clock in the morning yesterday, which is on a work night for me is unheard of. I mean, I'm usually off of here by like 10:30 at the latest. If we're doing the podcast, because I'm just like, I go to bed, I get up at 5:50 in the morning, and it's just like every day. So it was like I was like hooked on that show yesterday. It's like one of the first shows in a long time that just hooked me. And as a fan of the Karate Kid, the original one, it's so cool to see some closure to the show too in terms of from stuff, but you know, it's really good season. It's a really good season, and especially if you're an old fan of the old show, like you get a lot of great cameos, and Chosen is amazing. Chosen is one of my favorite characters.
He's the MVP
Yeah,
this year.
Chosen is one of my favorite characters.
And you know,
it's
Live or die, man.
go on.
Live
No,
or
it's it. Go on.
die.
oh, what I was gonna say was I forget if I want to say it was from last week's news, but I'm not sure if you guys talked about it. And I only listened to the Gamecast and Moviecast, but apparently there's talks now or rumblings, rumors, whatever you want to call it, that Netflix might be changing their model to one episode per week or something like that, rather than just like a dump. Obviously, it'd be better for them because 10 episodes over 10 months or 10 weeks rather is 2.5 months basically. They get you for that subscription rather than like, hey, like I've been saying, like you guys can take advantage. You sub for 1 month and you get the whole season stuff.
That's what I'm doing right now. Yeah, $20 and I'm blitzing shows right now.
Yeah, exactly. But like the thing with Cobra Kai, it was so nice just binging through all that in one weekend.
Yeah, God, it was so good.
So
I mean,
if they do change it, I'm gonna be a little like, I understand.
I feel
but
like
at the same time, it's like,
yeah, I think this is next season supposed to be the last season.
yeah.
So
That's what
Sony
I heard, season 6
Sony
was the
announced
end.
Sony just announced a new movie in this universe, but the problem is it's got nothing to do with these showrunners. They went on record and said that today. They wish it well, but that's got nothing to do with their cast and characters. So it's got nothing. Yeah, so that's really it for me in terms of big shows, except for She-Hulk from last week, which yeah, it was fun. Another fun episode. And we finally got a little bit of some overarching enemies. So we get a little bit of a world view of what's going on. So I enjoyed that one.
Yeah, the wedding episode.
Yeah, it's a wedding episode. Weird timing.
Yep.
So Corey, what even?
Quick.
Yeah, coming up very soon. One
No,
week.
I just want to just reiterate how great Cyberpunk is, and the story, characters. Like the characters are just top notch, and like you feel for every character, and you can get like a good understanding of their motivations. And I love like the arc that the characters go through. Like they all have their own arcs that they go through, and I think within that time frame that they have, like we get with them in this show, it's like all of their arcs are are great, and they all have really great moments here and there that are stand out. You can like pick out different moments for each character that are just amazing. So yeah, highly recommend that. Sure.
Great. Yeah. Mike, you've been quiet over there. What are you up to? Not much.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know if I'm gonna watch any more She-Hulk either.
Yeah, I mean,
and nothing going on there.
And I do completely understand that comment, because like I gotta say that I'm like, it's not a must-watch show for me each week to week. It's also the style of the show, really. I mean, it's kind of that sitcom. You miss an episode, it's not like you've missed too much kind of thing. It's the style of the old style shows. But so I get it. Like, absolutely, I do get it's not for everybody. It's still, I mean, I don't know, my Marvel love and like the whole character is so good, and this is like just more Hulks. There's nothing wrong with Hulk. We don't get enough of it.
Andor at all, Jim?
No, I did not yet. Although I've heard it was really good. So my interest is piqued because it was nothing before.
Yeah. No, I mean, I saw quotes of that's the best show since Mandalorian. So.
And if you follow the I mean, Rogue One, it aged very well. It's a very good movie on its own legs by itself. It's a very good movie. So
very overrated.
It wasn't even it was rated highly. Like, I didn't think a lot of fans loved it.
Oh no, Rogue One, everyone's like, oh, this was the only good thing that Disney Star Wars did. Everyone raves about that movie.
There's a good argument for that.
I mean, it is,
but to me, it's one scene and everything else is completely forgettable.
Yeah.
So
cool.
I have no interest in Andor, no matter how good people say it is, because I don't care.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's right, Matt. Like Andor, like if it's done and everybody still is like, dude, you need to watch it. Maybe I'll watch it. Right now, I'm just like, there's so much other stuff right now I'm watching. Like,
yeah, there's no time to just like pick up something you don't care about.
Let's move over to some news now then, and let's jump into just some quick blurb about Comic-Con. Actually, October 6th, 4:00 for the premiere. Join us at Comic-Con. They're hosting the teaser trailer of Super Mario Brothers film, releasing April 7th of 2023. So
the animation one. With
the
Chris
animation
Pratt
one, yes,
as Mario.
Yeah, so we're gonna finally get Chris Pratt's voice, or do they not
Definitely.
give us the voice in this one?
No, they definitely. I think he's gonna be
You
there.
got to, right? I mean,
he's
you
gonna
gotta,
be
gotta do it.
It's only
Well,
half
I
a year
mean,
away.
Yeah, if you don't the teaser trailer aside, like I'm not expecting Sonic levels of fan frenzied here, but like if you have some negative feedback on something, you can make an adjustment in time to release the movie. I would hope, but I mean, I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna put him in that ugly Sonic boat. But you never know.
No, there's no
I'm always
way. There's no
Yeah.
way. Nintendo
This
is like one of
a
the most
different thing.
Mario is like one of the most protected internet
Oh yeah.
or
I
intellectual
know.
property like things. Like if
This is not
just,
live action either, right? There's
No,
no
this
live
is
action in
animation.
this.
No.
like
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
internal companies at Nintendo have to go through a reference check whenever they use like Mario. Hey, this is not what Mario looks like, or like a little too big or a little too smaller, whatever. So like even internal Nintendo other teams like have to reference it. I can't imagine them even getting anywhere close to ugly Sonic. What the fuck are you?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like Chris Pratt already is meme status as the voice
That's
of
a
him.
voice
So
actor. I'm not
it's
talking
there.
about voice acting. I'm talking about how Mario looks.
Sure, but I feel like you're already off-brand enough that he's not gonna sound like Mario. So we'll see.
Yeah.
He probably won't.
He's
All
probably
right.
gonna sound like Chris Pratt.
Every other white dude.
I will see. All right, and let's move into the Marvel world because it's fun to talk about the Marvel stuff. I'm gonna kick it off with the Fantastic Four news about the writers. Jeff Kaplan from such games as Overwatch.
Wait, that's
left that
Jeff Kaplan?
I think so, isn't it? Or am I
What?
wrong?
No.
What?
Am I wrong? I thought it was.
There's no way.
Are you sure about that? I thought that was him right there in the picture.
What
Oh, I'm sorry. Then I'm wrong because I thought that was him in that picture.
What are you
Ian Springer and Jeff Kaplan, who I thought was of Overwatch status, are writers for the new Fantastic Four movie. That's confirmed. So
name is too common.
Yeah, I thought that I saw the name and I saw the picture, the one on the right. I thought that was him without the glasses, but maybe I'm wrong. So yeah, that's what I thought it was. So unconfirmed by me. Sorry, everybody. But that was what I thought it was. But they picked the two writers either way, and I don't know. We'll see. I mean, we're going to get a Fantastic Four movie, and we're going to get casting soon on this. Then, so yeah, it's. I mean,
this is going to come out right after another movie that we're going to talk about shortly.
Yeah, we're going to get into it. Yeah, we're going to get into another one shortly here. But
that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, let's move into I guess Marvel's Namor, as we talk about Black Panther's coming out, and I mean, I guess again, mild spoilers for those that don't want to know this stuff. During an interview with Empire, the actor who plays Namor revealed that his character is in fact a mutant, as he is in the comics.
Oh yeah, you had to be. Be sure he's Marvel's
one of the
first.
Mutant. Yeah.
Well, he's not the first mutant.
I mean,
anymore.
I'm sorry, first
published mutant.
Published in a comic book mutant.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I think I'm surprised. I'm happy for this, and then obviously the news we got later today, which we're going to get into shortly, is kind of it's Unleash the Mutants. Right? I mean, we had a little teaser earlier in the year with a certain Disney Plus show, and then now not teaser, well, little teaser, I guess. Yep. And then now we have this with Namor. We're going to get a mutant.
Well, I mean, if you got like what's her name, Miss Marvel's a mutant now.
Mm-hmm.
Namar's like, there's no reason not to make him a mutant, especially since he is in the comics. So
yeah, no, I thought it was great. It's interesting how they're integrating it into the Marvel universe so far. It's just kind of like throwing him in, not giving us much explanation. But I assume, crazy enough, Deadpool might be the way we get this explanation.
Explanation.
But yeah, explanation. Did you guys watch the Ryan Reynolds post on Twitter? Now, again, folks, this is spoilers related.
Is it a spoiler if it's announcing something?
Spoiler for a little video you can watch.
Ryan Reynolds posted a video on his Instagram, Twitter, all the social media stuff.
Yeah,
announcing What, Jim? What
Well,
is he announcing?
that he has no ideas. He was trying to think hard and hard about what to write about for the Deadpool movie, and he's coming up with nothing. And then they had a great idea, and they said, "Hugh, why don't you come back and play Wolverine? Wolverine essentially." And
one last time.
meanwhile,
Specifically,
one last time. One last time. And Hugh Jackman's walking in the background, so okay, pretty much. Yep. So it sounds like, and then the claws go through the Deadpool logo. So we are getting
3.
Wolverine.
So Deadpool 3 is announced today.
I mean,
hours ago. Breaking news, guys. This is like right before we came on our podcast. Come on, Jim. You're not excited. Get excited, man.
I'm super psyched. Like the problem I have now is like, do you think it's one last time? Are they just gonna give us some Old Man Logan throughout? This Old Man.
It better be. I'm sorry, it better be.
You want to just give us Old Man Logan in the universe? Come on.
See, this is the thing where like I kind of feel like, I mean, I'm not high up on Wolverine the character, and Logan I thought was like, it was good. I wasn't as high up on it.
It was a good send off.
But it was a good send off. It was absolutely a good send off. And like
definitely
to come back for Deadpool, it just seems like it's like, okay. I mean, we all know what Deadpool's going to be. It's going to have like comedy and humor, and I get it. I mean, it's great that they're going to have those characters together. But I'm just like, it feels kind of, I don't know, like it takes some of the wins out of the Logan sales. What it meant for that.
No, I can understand that completely, but like, and this I feel as though is going to be something that's like completely separate than the 616 or universe that Marvel set up with the MCU, and then they're gonna end in that universe.
Oh yeah, absolutely. My guess is already it's like gonna be some multiverse shenanigans, and that's how.
Oh, it has to be, because this can't be the Logan that we see in Logan.
Right.
Like, this has got to be an Old Man Logan.
No.
It could be. It's gonna be before that.
I think it's gonna be Logan.
Before
the movie there.
I don't think this is the Logan in the Logan movie.
Then again, any Wolverine from any of the movies we've seen so far, there's a little doubt which Logan it is anyway.
I mean, they're all the same character. It's all the right.
Yeah, more or less.
I think this is a variant based in the MCU. Like we have variants. I think this is a variant.
But I don't even know if
nothing.
I do.
Because I want Logan to be that Logan send off. I want it to be separate. And that's the only basis I have on this, but I want this to be a variant. It's not more I think, but it's I want this to be a variant.
I get you.
A Deadpool variant that he's fabricated in his mind. You know, he's seen his idol Hugh Jackman as Wolverine,
I will say that he used the words one more time, not one last time.
Oh,
that's exactly. I just watched the video replay with.
Regardless, I don't know.
It's the same idea, really.
I just think we need to move on from. I mean, dude,
I'm not disagreeing with you guys. I am not disagreeing with you guys,
dude. I know you have hero worship, but let it go, dude. Let it go.
Me?
No, he saw that Chris Hemsworth was getting close to his. He's getting close to that record of playing the same hero, and like how many?
I am the person who was adamant about like getting a short Wolverine because that's the joke of Wolverine.
I thought you were going
that's Mike. Mike's a big Wolverine fan. I don't like the X-Men movies. I did love Logan though, like a lot. I thought it was a great film.
Okay, well, whoever, just let it go. Hugh Jackman needs to move on. You got 20 years of the dude. Let it go.
He's got to beat Patrick Stewart.
I just mentioned he said one more time to cause some chaos in the conversation. So
I feel two ways about this personally.
Go on.
Number one, I don't mind. I really liked Logan. I don't mind him coming back in some form, and especially in a way where it's less serious, because it kind of doesn't matter. And yeah, no, I do think Wolverine is a character that you can have an actor play older for a longer time. That's fine. Mm-hmm. But yeah, on the other side, I also feel like, they really can't figure out who to cast for the next Wolverine, can they? That's also the feeling I get from this.
That could be. They haven't.
So I feel like this can put it off a little bit, I suppose. And yeah, I'm looking for my short guy representation eventually.
You don't think we might get
a comic book movie?
You don't think by the end of Deadpool, with that whole ultimate like the 616 universe merge at some point, it's going to happen? Like Corey said, we get our Wolverine then at the end of this movie.
That would be an awful idea. You cannot juxtapose whoever's the new Wolverine with the guy who's been him for 20 years. That would be the worst
release date. Also, this
is a handoff. Oh yeah, sorry.
This is 9/6/2024, which is, like I said, like a month before Fantastic Four comes out. Also,
and And the other thing is, like, I didn't watch Deadpool 2. I feel like Deadpool is kind of like a little done, done, done to death already by now as well. I kind of think this would have been more interesting if this happened maybe before Deadpool 2. 5-10 years ago, like this crossover would have made more sense.
Wait, Deadpool is overdone in 2 movies, but we're talking about Wolverine, who's been in like 7.
Yes, because when you're a fourth wall breaking, like everything's a joke about itself, it gets tiring very quickly. You can only do that so much, and so that this would have been more interesting before. And also we think Ryan Reynolds with Deadpool, how much longer is he going to do that, and as well, like there's not a whole lot of future for either of these actors with these characters, so
Yeah,
it'll be nice. It'll be a nice little encore for the character, and hopefully it's what we all kind of pictured going back, maybe since the first Deadpool, of their interactions, because they do have funny interactions in the comics, these two. But I'm interested, but not super excited, I guess. Is how I would say it.
Yeah, I think that like as far as the Deadpool character, I totally disagree with you. And as far as like
all they gotta do
being
is
tired,
a dude in a suit in a mask.
yeah,
All he
it's
needs to do is
it
provide
is
his
one of the
voice.
most popular cosplays that you can get, and it is still making tons of money. And everybody, like, you saw how big this is for people, like, and the love that Ryan Reynolds has for this character, I think, is also like important for this, because if you get someone who's not doesn't care about it, doesn't want to make it good, you're probably gonna have something bad. But with how much Ryan Reynolds has like invested in this character, I feel as he's really like gonna make sure this is something that's worthwhile, and he wants to be this character. Like this is him. Like when you think of Deadpool in like the live action Deadpool, it's Ryan Reynolds now. And so yeah, I'm excited. I'm curious because like the Wolverine claws making the 3 for Deadpool is like basically saying he's gonna be a big part of this movie. It's not gonna be like a quick cameo, like, oh, here we got Hugh Jackman
he's gonna be integral, just like Cable was.
Yeah, exactly. Right. And
you can't do this like this without him being a major part of the movie.
Right. Yeah, and I'm excited because of they got some new writers here, like Bob Burger's writers, I think, are on this, and obviously some the people that helped with the first one, and Ryan Reynolds is gonna have his input, obviously. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see where they go with this, and I'm excited to see what it is, because this is part of the MCU now. So there's gonna be some shenanigans, and these characters can pop in and out of whatever. Like that's the whole point of this character, is he can just show up whenever and do whatever he wants. And
also, just wanted to I had to confirm live, but Deadpool 2 did better than any other actual.
Oh, you had to confirm that? I didn't have to.
I didn't have to. I didn't know. I was like, because I know one of them did well last couple of years. Was Days of Future Past or something.
I mean, they all did.
Did that really do that well?
I mean, First Class, I think did.
They all did fine.
First Class and gross too well.
Again, at the time that they came out, they did good for when they came out, and they were good for what they were. Like I won't say like X2 is bad.
Is a pretty good. I thought First Class was a pretty good movie, but
and the first X-Men was a good
no, absolutely
launching point.
I'm just talking about the finances and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's fine. I mean, but yeah, I think there's plenty of room for Deadpool to succeed in the superhero movie world.
Absolutely. And now he gets a whole like suite of characters to interact with, not just limited to.
And now he's got the Disney money back in
and we
too.
already talked about it. So like if we're starting with Wolverine, like you got to have the Spider-Man team up next, right? Like that's the next logical one.
Yeah.
That they've done that.
I mean, they've done that how many times? I mean, he's basically Spider-Man, not the Spider-Man knockoff.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's a cool place to go to next. Actually,
at least like you're getting the financial backing too, like I said, because in the first, like he makes a joke about Fox, like that, and this he's like, oh, it's so funny, this big house. I only ever see 2 X-Men here. It's like Fox didn't have the budget for more X-Men.
Yeah. I thought it would be that there has to be a joke like that in this next movie. Just wow, look at all the people here. It's gonna be something like that. But all right. Okay, I think that's it for the news. Yeah, that's all I had on this. So that is going to do it for this Moviecast episode then. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Once again, we stream Twitch Tuesday nights starting at 8 o'clock, so please join us there. On Wednesdays, we're on YouTube the following day. Like I said, you can subscribe to either channel or both. Like each post and leave us a comment. We love to talk to you guys. Come on to the Twitch stream here. We'll answer some questions. allyoucangeek@gmail.com is our email address as well. You can always write us any questions you have there. That's going to wrap it up for this one. Like I said, thanks for tuning in, everybody. We are out.